taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
He leaves, but they gave him trainer of the year anyway.
That's the one.
You mean the guy who shows up the day of Frank Sanchez's fight? But he's a designated trainer. Oh, that guy. Oh, okay. My bad. You know.
I swear, see, young fighters, usually young fighters should be a little just more, should be more humble or more quiet as they go about their business. Like Ryan Garcia is just it seems like he's too young to have all this fuckery around him.
That's not his fault for saying that though. I mean, come on. I feel like Ryan Garcia is acting like a little kid who saw all the adults in his family do some gangster shit, and it's they started getting on him on some yo, why you failing school? And he's like, well, wait, you motherfuckers is cutting up bricks in here and this, that, that's what's going on with that shit. Donald, why you getting dropped by Luke Campbell? Why you going life and death with Jason Velez? He's like, hold on, wait. This motherfucker don't be showing up to train me. This nigga right here, he ate himself to come here. Ruiz is doing. Come on, man. Some bullshit.
Yeah, this is too much fuckery. I mean, Ryan, in the 15-something months that Ryan has been out of the ring, mental illness, hand injuries, issues with Reynoso, issues with Canelo. Pump faking fights in social media. Talking shit about his fellow contenders in his division, hiding his hands. When
talking about who he would beat worse, but hasn't beat anybody on that level yet.
Right, yeah. So it's just a lot of people are just. But the funny thing is too, whatever it is, it keeps increasing this nigga's appeal. And it was clear. Obviously, last night, every time they showed this motherfucker on the screen, the crowd was like, "Ow, Ryan!" What the fuck?
But I'll say this, dude. If Haney didn't get the fight with Kambosos, I would have rather Ryan Garcia got it than Lomachenko. And
hell no.
The motherfuckers would be like, oh, no. I just don't like the fact that niggas is pump faking and going to war and all types of other shit when you got motherfuckers who's already just in the sport boxing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my whole take from it.
Nah, I would 100%, and I'm glad he didn't get the fight. Fuck him. But I would 100% would rather Loma get the fight than Mexican Berlanga get the fight.
If we had to wait the same amount of time, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
All Lomachenko did was just beat up fucking Teofimo leftovers, and he gets the same shot that Teofimo gets after losing to Teofimo. What the fuck? That's some Inception Paprika type shit.
So Ryan Garcia, and then obviously too, you can't win no eliminators, hold an interim belt. You have a clear shot to your belt, to a title shot, and you don't take it because for whatever fucking reason. I can't respect that.
Yeah.
All you had to do was sign the dotted line against Devin Haney, and you have got a chance to be a legit champion. But yeah. And that's the reason. Someone like Ryan Garcia disgusts me because I can't stand niggas that handle business the way he does.
And he's the leader of a new era of niggas who just do disgusting shit. Because him and Munguia right there, on the same label. And honestly, I feel like Munguia is worse with it than Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, because
Ryan Garcia is still kind of a work in the progress. Munguia has been
is active
pizza. Yeah,
this nigga is an active fighter. He fights more than
he's a former champion, dude. He's the pizza that people are forgetting to come to pick up. He's sitting right there, okay, you got your pepperoni, your anchovies, your garlic, this, that, and he's like, why no one wants this? I don't know. Charlo came in here for it, but I don't know. The pizza didn't want to leave with him. Andre came in here. Golovkin came in here. Adam is coming. Yeah, a fucking whole basketball team full of niggas came in there and said, "No, we don't want this pizza." At least Ryan Garcia, you still see him kind of learning, and although he's on the training wheels, barely be coming off of this nigga.
No,
I can't. He's just annoying, but goddamn, I can't say he moved worse than Munguia.
No, because at least because my gear doesn't even have like the fanfare. Like niggas don't go like that. When you see the crowd they go crazy for this motherfucker. It's like, yeah, the dude has star quality. I can't admit that, but like I said, it's one of those things where it's like it hasn't met, like, you know, his star appeal and his actual skill set are not. They're not in sync. And one is higher than the other one. And in this particular case,
just like he may as well just float around the wing because the damn feet just trash.
Yeah, like pretty much
a hover like that, you know.
And it's funny too how long it took him. Like, cause, you know, prior to him, you know, fucking around with Reynoso and shit like that, like you saw a lot of his flaws. And then Reynoso, for the fights he had with Reynoso, I think it was like 5 of them. Like you saw a little bit of progression in his skills, but you know, still a little iffy, boxing IQ iffy. But you saw the good things that Reynoso was trying to put in this motherfucker in terms of his ring work.
I mean, Canelo was trying to put into them. Reynoso just be at the gym, bro, barely.
Yeah, but then it seems like once Reynoso was in his corner and he got Joe Goosen, and Goosen is an actual Hall of Fame trainer. But I couldn't see what the fuck that Goosen did with this guy. Like
he made the hands faster. Like
there was no difference.
What's that, pilot?
There was no difference between like with the Goosen fight as opposed to Reynoso.
Yeah, there was a difference, dude. Like Ryan Garcia lets his hands go more, but I think that's just a Goosen thing. Because anytime someone goes a Goosen, it's like they get 2 points XP on the damn hand speed, quickness, and combination punching. It's just activity. That's the only thing that improved. Like,
yeah, Ryan did throw a lot. I was surprised.
Yeah, but one thing he didn't throw was a fucking jab.
I know.
Yeah, it wasn't jabbing at all. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it's not Corrales. Like Goosen had Corrales pumping that jab, but you know,
size difference was crazy.
Yeah,
that wasn't bad. That was almost Lubin Fondora's size difference.
Yeah, but then Corrales also had his father that kind of reined in some of the shit in his corner. That was like a big difference. I don't know, but also,
remember Goosen made Shane Mosley go back to throwing combo. Remember, he the one who broke Mosley out of that damn power boxing shit he was on for like a couple years.
He was, yeah.
Because them hands weren't flowing like that in that first Winky fight.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of load up wilder punches. Like, I could bench press 400 pounds, but fuck it, I don't need the jab.
Yeah, and that's what Ryan was doing. Like I was like, yo, it's like he was throwing hooks, like wild hooks. Like I was like, yo, what is
slapping that? Hooks? It looked like Calzaghe and Benavidez had a baby.
And I'm like, why? And the funny thing is, he made no adjustments. Like Tagoe, you know, disappointingly, you know, did not make it much of a fight. You know, dude was trying to survive, but he was on his bike a lot.
That was prime shucking and jiving right there.
Pretty much the whole fight. I mean, there's a couple spots later in the fight where he kind of went forward.
Yeah, he kind of went for it because he was like, "Okay, let's see if I can get him." You know, but Ryan.
Yeah, stand your ground in the 9th round of a 10th round fight.
Yeah, it made for horrible watching because Ryan Garcia didn't make no adjustments to that. Like he just kept on throwing harder. You know, and like even the knockdown was kind of bullshit too. Like that was
that was a knockdown.
He was looking like
it was still bullshit to me because it was just like.
I mean, it was a clean fucking. The punch connected.
He was looking like a more refined version of Berlanga.
Nah, he's way better than Berlanga. Berlanga would never throw that many punches, and especially mean punches.
Right.
Berlanga would. Oh man, but if you thought this fight was boring, Berlanga would have made it way worse because he don't even have the type of hunger and intentions that Ryan Garcia has. See, Ryan Garcia at least still wants to be a star. Berlanga feels like he's already a star.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. Ryan, for whatever fucked up Ryan shit got in his head, he still fights like he has to prove something. Like I don't feel like I get that from Berlanga.
Yeah, right. You're right about that.
But the worst thing is like, I mean, obviously, like if you were on social media, everyone was really shitting on Ryan's performance, especially one Jojo Diaz, who's actually the guest commentator.
He was commentating on the fight. What the fuck?
he was throwing mad shade though.
Yeah, he was throwing super shade. Like
that's probably next up, to be honest. You know that, right?
Because dude took a L from Haney because of this dude. So of course he had to take a harder fight. It just is the same shit you be seeing with Joshua and fucking Big Baby Miller.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do say that. I really do.
That's the exact same shit. So of course JoJo was like, motherfucker, you made me fight goddamn Devin Haney because you couldn't get your shit together. And think about it. If JoJo would have won against Garcia, he would have had one of the better years in boxing because he would have had 3 fights that year and each on a decent profile.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Teddy B. I saw you with the facts. Yo. Yeah, definitely speaking facts around here, yo, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel Joe Diaz because, like I said, I mean, dude was tweeting like yawns and this and that, but then
he was tweeting when he was commentating.
Yeah, he was commentating.
This dude.
He's literally tweeting while he's commentating. Like
talking shit in 2 different ways.
Like I'm like, yo, like that's kind of wild because I'm like, yo, JoJo, like I mean, if you want the zone to hire you back to to pay, like you can't really be doing that, bro. Like,
fuck that. I like that energy.
No,
he probably wanted. He was tweeting what he really wanted to say on air, but he couldn't because got to be a little professional.
That's the next fight that's coming up: JoJo versus Ryan, probably.
And JoJo don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, JoJo said he was already in training, but I don't know if he's training for Ryan Garcia. I mean,
I don't think so. He's going to fight before that. I think he has some type of career mode bout for him to come back in and
to get a win back on his column or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, like that wasn't a type of performance. I mean, the crowd. I mean, because I think he was apologizing to the crowd and everything like that. But it's like, well, it was a performance that. If you're thinking that you're gonna beat Kambosos or Haney or Tank or whoever you've been shit talking, sadly fucking mistaken. Like,
was that a worse performance than Tank on Cruz?
Yeah, it was.
It was. No, you know what? Because Cruz actually was there to win.
Yeah.
So it's like Tank Cruz was just an overall better fight to begin with.
Tank boxed well. I mean,
with a broken hand. So
with a broken hand, but still, I mean, it was still two. I mean, Tank was mid, but he was mid via injury. Ryan Garcia doesn't have that excuse.
But see, Tank was already mid for half the fight, though. It's not like he had the injury in the first round.
Yeah,
that's also true. Yeah,
he was already struggling and looking bad for like the 6 rounds. Like Cruz was already taking away the uppercut and knowing how to fight him.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's with Tagoe. Tagoe was like, yo, who's this big ass motherfucker here whipping these damn Speedy Gonzalez combos at me?
Yeah.
Just walking me down without a jab. Okay, fuck it. I could move and shuck and jive and dance around the ring for 10 rounds. Fuck it. Hold on. He kind of hit hard. Like, let me move and dance a little faster. Like, come on.
And it was worse, too, because in the build-up and the pre-fight shit, Tagoe was, was talking like a G and shit like that. And he was like, and then he wasn't even about to. Dude was grooving to the ring and shit. I was like, dude didn't look like he was even bothered. But then I guess the moment got too big for him. And it was just
he gave it away. Look, whenever a nigga dances too well on his way to the ring, let me know he could dance even better inside that motherfucker.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Dude, am I fucking lying? Am I fucking lying? Go watch Corey Spring make his way to the ring for the Mayorga fight. Some of the best fucking dancing you'll ever see. This nigga was killing the Nelly shit.
And that used to be a thing on boxing social media forums. Like every single time that the nigga go in the ring, like he always had these elaborate dance routines. Like niggas would always go in on that shit back in the day.
He used to kill that. I ain't gonna lie. When I used to spar motherfuckers on the block, I would do the damn Corey Spinks dance afterwards if I beat the nigga ass. Like that's just some ill shit. Like fuck, I can't. Like dude, that was some ill shit. But dude, beat the motherfucker ass though. Like, don't do that shit before the fight. And then motherfuckers start putting some combos on your ass and you start scooting around the ring, chicken walking and shit. Like, nah, that's what Tagoe was doing.
Yeah, and the worst thing about Tagoe is like after that he tweeted like he didn't, if he loses to Ryan Garcia, like he probably retired because he didn't need boxing. He had invested his money, blah blah blah. So like
another Sergio Garcia nigga.
Yeah, Sergio Garcia too. The same thing. We'll talk about that too as well. So it's just like it just makes it look worse. Like goddamn Garcia, like you're supposed to punish a nigga like this. Like you have to give him a beating in order for him to say some shit like that. And this nigga pretty much got he got a 12-round extra cardio session. Yeah,
because I don't even think he took a beating like that. Look, dude,
he didn't. No, he didn't take a beating, nigga. He didn't. Not one beating. Like
if you look at the main event and you look at all the opponents who lost in the main event, they all seem like they was in the same car crash together. It looked like damn Lubin was driving, Murata was in the front seat, Jennifer Hahn was in the trunk. And motherfucking damn Tagoe was safely on the corner when it happened. That nigga just broke a sweat running to the telephone, running to grab his phone or some shit. Like, the flag down paramedics.
And you can't even argue that shit. Like, I mean, it's all fucking facts.
You can't
argue that shit at all, nigga. You can't.
Everybody was getting stomped out in these fucking... And it was all good fights, man. But niggas was getting stomped out in these main events, yo. Like,
but this motherfucker.
Jeez.
But yeah, Ryan. I mean, fun thing is too is like, the crowd didn't even seem to care all that much that Ryan couldn't do anything. Like they were booing the shit out of the co-main, and Ryan fought.
They gave them niggas the Apollo treatment.
Yeah, but Ryan was in there, and they were like, "Yay, Ryan!" Like that type of shit.
And the Mazzara fight was pretty good to me.
It was.
Yes. So because that was what's worse about it. Mostly Rosado was a good fight, even though the crowd wasn't appreciating it, and mostly
I hate crowds like that. Motherfuckers be killing each other. They just on some fucking acting like some smug ass Roman dictator or something. Like, he dies. This is not entertaining at all. Like, well, fuck you, then, nigga. Take your ass in the back somewhere or some shit. Nigga, go home. Like, watch golf, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, exactly. So, but the funny thing too, because it was sad that the main event was a buzzkill. Because, like I said, Rosado Moser was good, and then you had the women, Esparza and
Esparza?
Yeah, Esparza stayed in some good fights. Fuck all that.
Yeah, and that was a dope fight. And then the opener too with Azat Hove and Aguero, who got himself on SportsCenter because he tried to be on some Hamed.
Oh yeah,
Aguero got knocked out bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Aguero, like, yo, bro, if you can't clear, if you fail in practice, nigga, just go in between the ropes like a normal nigga, man. And then it didn't help that he got bodied in 2 rounds.
Damn, yo.
So, but
I never got into all that jumping over the ring shit. Like, let me get into this motherfucking fight. Like, worst thing you could do is damn slipping before the fight start or some shit.
Right, exactly. And then one thing I'm just going to briefly mention, because unfortunately this entered this year as one of the biggest upsets gambling-wise. We had Patrick Teixeira, who's 1 fight removed from being, from losing his belt to Castaño, losing by disqualification against Paul Valenzuela. And that one, the crowd was not fucking with that because, I think me and Pilot, we were talking about it, like, it was back in the head type of shit. But Valenzuela kind of pulled, the nigga tried to get himself an Academy Award too, nigga. So it's like,
yeah, he did kind of play a little Academy, but it was blatantly illegal. You can't face somebody behind him and punch him twice in the head.
Yeah, but this nigga,
it was blatant. Man.
Yeah, but this nigga should have gotten his ass up though. Like, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
I was laughing, then like he was just laying on the ground looking like he was hurt.
The motherfucker do something that blatant. It's like we're selling that all the way out, man. No bets, all bets are off at that point.
And what's the fucked up thing is because Glenn Tapia was originally, that was supposed to be his opponent.
I'm glad they didn't. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
And they removed him, and Teixeira takes a horrible.
But the boxing gods still had to lay down some form of punishment just for even thinking of Glenn Tapia being involved.
Yeah, that was a bad.
And that's why we got that. That's why we got what happened in that fight. I'm telling y'all, that shit real.
Yeah,
like karma, universe, all that shit's real.
So if you're a gambling degenerate like some people are, Teixeira Valenzuela was a plus 1,000 to plus 1,300 underdog against Teixeira.
Teixeira looks like a redneck anyway.
Yeah. So if you bet on that dude, you got a bag for the night.
Yeah, that's a huge bag. He sold it well. A lot of people got some dough off of it for sure.
Yeah, and I felt sad too because Teixeira. I mean, obviously Oscar's gonna run that shit back because Teixeira can't take it. Yeah, because Oscar needs a Teixeira in his camp. He
needs everybody in his camp. He may as well run a damn Blair Cobb fight on that shit too. At this point.
Facts. But the card was entertaining. It was just sad that Ryan Garcia clearly has star power for fucking days. Like even that mid ass fight, the crowd was just like, "Yay, Ryan!" Shit like that. So it's like he has star quality. But yeah, Oscar is gonna have to now be very careful. And I keep hating to say this for this nigga, like, dude, he has to be very careful.
We can't even put that out no more, man. Like, look, he gonna have to shit or get off the pot. Like, enough of this damn. Look, he needs to be active. Like, be careful with him one more time in the summer, July, August. Bring him right back in there in the fall. I'm sorry, like December.
Nigga, that's too. Nah, he needs to be back in about 2.5 months. Like, cause
honestly, like he needs to fight 2 more times this year. Like, space it out however you can, but he needs to fight more.
Yeah, because this nigga didn't take a beating. Like, all he did was he got himself a extended boxer size workout, nigga. So it's like, like he didn't take. Let him get him back in the ring. Yeah, by early summer or some shit. Give him like 2 months off. Like, look, you got yourself a workout, so you gotta go back in the gym, and we're gonna put you in this ring again. Like,
move his fucking career along. Like, I feel like.
And damn his mental, and he better not use his mental health issues as a crutch again, because there are people.
Yeah, damn that motherfucking mental health shit, nigga.
Like there's people with legit mental health issues, and then there's one who keeps hiding his hands and using that as a crutch, and that's what we recognize with Ryan Garcia. So like, nah, bro, like you're fighting now, you better get your ass out there and performing, and try to work, and try to get your skill level to your
as soon as possible, because the to-go type of performance isn't something you want to sit on too long.
Hell no.
He should come back pretty quickly. What's a good matchup for him, you think?
Shit.
When JoJo Diaz fight?
I mean, the guy's Zepeda too, but I doubt they'll match them up.
No, Zepeda will kill him. Like, no.
Nah, are you crazy? Like,
he
actually has a chance at Zepeda too. Like, I don't even think he's over his head, but like, he's not ready for that. Even though he has a chance, but he's not ready.
Yeah, Zepeda is actually on a very focused level. There would be a high chance Zepeda would KO Ryan Garcia right now.
And the thing is, Ryan got the power, so he's like, you just can't just be stupid with him. But but he would be the underdog against a lot of dudes. But you still can't treat him stupid, because you just walk in there like da-da-da-da.
Yeah, you'll catch a lightning counter that, and he'll lay your ass out. Yeah, because in front of these two, Ryan has physical tools, but he hasn't the trainer that can actually mold him. Like because right now
I'm thinking it's him now. Like, I'm not gonna be. I know dudes want to shit on Goosen, and they even did when a dude left from Reynoso. People was acting like Goosen runs summer camp or some shit, but it gets to a certain point that motherfuckers like. It's themselves. Like the same shit with LeBron. Like, it got to a point where motherfuckers like, he's just not coachable like that. Like he's only going to be involved with certain levels of people, and they're going to make that work type shit.
Right.
That might be the case for Ryan Garcia. I don't think so. We don't know for sure yet. I'll just say that.
Yeah, but but like I said, but Oscar has to realize.
Oscar was the same way. You just said that nigga day. So sorry to cut you off, but when you said that, I'm like, shit. He was the same motherfucker. 15 different trainers.
Yeah.
Only dude who can fight you with peekaboo and Floyd Mayweather style.
Facts. Also facts.
And then he hit you with some Tommy Hearns jabs. Nigga all over the place.
Yeah, but at least he retained his he retained it, for the most.
Yeah, he just didn't know when to pull him out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you, he's like that one fucking guy off that I think that Super Crooks on Netflix. He was that one guy. He had like 256 different superpowers, and
yeah.
he just used a random one that he wouldn't know. That's De La Hoya.
Oh man, but yeah, no. But the main event, like the card was a good watch. Like the zone, killed it that evening. It's just like Ryan Garcia, man. You just need more. You want to get to that level, you gotta give him some more. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just needed. But but the zone at least closed the evening, somewhat fairly strong, because it sure as hell opened strong as well.